I created this video just to show you a few embroidery basics. You can see me putting fabric in a hoop and the struggle that I had to put the fabric in the hoop. I thought it was a good idea just to speed up this segment of the video. You can see me pulling the fabric taut between the embroidery hoops. I need this to be much tighter because when it's loose and I come to sew, I will not have great tension. But I just also want to show you that there is a screw. That screw is really important. Why is that screw really important on the embroidery hoop? Simply because you need a screwdriver, and it is a game changer. And then you can tighten it so that when you do pull your fabric through, it's much tighter. Here I'm using my finger just to squish down the fabric. You can see the screw driver is being used to tighten or loosen the embroidery hoop. This is very important. Try to get an embroidery hoop that has a screw section in. And you can see here that the hoop is much tighter to hold the fabric, and I can get the fabric to be more like a drum. You need to have it like a drum so that it sounds like a drum, and then it is the right tension for you when you come to do your embroidery. I thought I'd leave Oreo in the video as she wanted to come and demonstrate with me. So normally for demonstration purposes I would actually have maybe a thicker thread. So this one has got 6 strands. This one, as you can see, has 3 strands. There, you can see that there are 3 strands. And it's quite nice actually if you do sew with 3 strands. It's much more delicate when you do the stitches with 3 strands than if you do the embroidery stitches with 6 strands and then do twice the amount of embroidery stitches. Now sometimes when you are embroidering, you'll find that you'll get lots of kinks. That we're starting to get one now, and so all you need to do is just pull So I just wanted to show you that here, this is 3 strands, but today it just didn't really want to come into the eye of the needle as 3 strands. So instead of giving up, I'm just going to do it as 2 strands. So you can see here that I've got a knot in the embroidery floss. So I've just put the eye of the needle, which is the fatter part of the needle, through, and I've just pulled it undone. And with embroidery, as we know, you do need patience. It's not a quick fix solution. So on my last stitch, I used all the strands of the embroidery floss, which is called stranded embroidery floss. So this one now, I'm just going to use 3 strands. wanted to show you some embroidery needles. Now I have found these and they're from Coats, and when I've just normally bought my needles on Amazon, you can't really tell what they're like. I inherited these, so these came in boxes, and it was really good to actually see that you've got the darners, which just have a bigger eye within the needle, and they are longer, and they're normally really used to darn your garments with, but sometimes they can be used also for embroidery, and I think you don't really need to get worked up or worry about or stress which type of needle that you need really to start off with in the beginning. Where I teach beginners and improvers, and I just say, do you know what, it doesn't matter as long as you can actually find a needle that has a big enough hole that you can thread it yourself, because I have a lot of women in their latter years whose eyesights are not as sharp as they used to be, and they really want to come and do embroidery for pleasure and help them relax in their mental health. So these are embroidery crawl, and they are from 3 to 9, and this one is 9. As you go down here in this row, these would be 9 and these would be 3. So to do a waist knot, you'll need to just make a loop, your embroidery loop, and then come maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 centimeters away. You can see that I'm doing 2 very tiny stitches side by side, and they are called an inlay stitch. What I'm using is the tip of the eye of the needle and just smoothing the fabric so there's no hole. The inlay stitches are always hidden under any stitch that you would come to embroider. So it could be lazy daisy, or it could be long stitch, straight stitch, outline stitch, whatever stitch you are using at that time. Here I am just showing you how to finish the back of your embroidery. So I take the needle, I thread it through just a couple of those long stitches, I create a loop, and then I put the needle through the loop. Now I've decided that that might not be as secure as it could be, so you can see me doing another little loop just to make it secure.